Toronto Skinny Dipping Club give free membership to children. That's
nice of them.
Very, very nice of them. Skinny Dipping Club. It's such a weird thing to be like your whole deal. Same with the nudist, where you're like your whole deal is I need to be naked. You know.
Yeah.
It's always a weird one. Finding out your buddy goes to Skinny Dipping Club would be fucking weird ass shit.
Yeah.
But this club, people found out on their like page, they had like an FAQ where it's like, if you're under 16, you can get in for free.
Yeah, 14,
and people are like, and it kind of went viral in like right wing pages, being like, what the fuck's this shit?
Yeah. Well, also it's like, what is it, $10 to get in? Just make them. I mean, don't even.
I don't think you should be doing a Skinny Dipping Club with kids that you fucking don't, that aren't yours.
And it's not even like a no.
If you want to make your own freak family do it, it's one thing, but you getting other people's kids involved now, it's weird.
And it's too, there's like a thing with pictures, and they're like, pictures are allowed. They just have to be like.
Oh, they have the FAQ, right? So they go, they had, according to the group's conduct, children under 14 must be accompanied by an adult or guardian. We are aware that children can be fun. Well, that's weird. Okay. And we all have a bit of childhood still in us. The code conduct reads, however, children in general wish to play with other children, not adults. Please conduct yourself accordingly. We will not tolerate any questionable actions with regard to children. If you do not come with children, it is generally acknowledged that you do not play with the children. So you got to bring your own children.
I hope
If you want to play with children. Hey, Tom, why don't we tell you about playing water basketball with the kids?
Because I'm just trying to show him my dunks.
Tom, no peeking playing Marco Polo with the children.
Because I'm just throwing him a football as he jumps into the pool, you know?
Brad, this is your third strike on having the binoculars at the Skinny Dip. Definitely, obviously, usually they have this kind of rules when like it was a problem.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
But it's like also these freaks are getting so comfortable where you're like, look, this is like
The freaks are getting a little too comfortable.
Nobody has had any issue with any like nudist colonies or anything until you're like starting having child policies that aren't no children. Like your policy's not no kids. It's like, yeah, bring your kids, they get in free. And you're like, what?
Even the like nude beaches, most places, they always just end up turning into gay beaches. Like, you know what I mean? Toronto, the nude beach was definitely the gay beach within like 5 years of it existing.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't bring your kids to the nude, like. Also,
well, you're allowed to bring they're allowed to bring your kids, but you're like, you hands off other people's kids. They had to make a hands off other people's kids policy.
Jesus Christ.
Photography is allowed, so you're. I don't know why.
Why do you need to photograph naked children?
It is. It is by permission only. If the individual is a minor, it is by permission of the child's parent or guardian.
I don't think a 14-year-old...
Mind if I take a quick snap?
Selfie. That's a weird angle you're choosing. Floor up, huh?
We're not prudes here. You're allowed to take snaps of the kids. Just ask them first. Why would you need snaps
and
of the kids?
And a child consent to that.
Why the fuck do you need snaps of the kids?
Is that even legal? You go, so yeah, I have a photo of a naked 15-year-old.
It's probably not legal, I guess, right?
And you're like, you go to the cops, you're like, no, his parents gave me consent.
You don't understand, I'm a nudist.
We're nudists. That's how we were born.
They definitely have Baby I Was Born This Way by Lady Gaga blasting through the speakers.
Over and over again.
I mean, probably what's actually happening is they have all these rules, and if you have to go to the thing, it's like, no kids again, huh? No 14-year-olds signed up on their own accord.
Yeah. Attendance really been dwindling since we got rid of that no kids policy.
You could maybe see like a 14-year-old or 15-year-old boy showing up being like, so I can just show up to this place and it's just unlimited titties.
Except it's not, though.
You're like, okay, if you were a 14-year-old boy, right?
Yeah.
So you show up and you're like, I go to this place, I get just to look at like unlimited titties.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're kind of gross, but I'm a 14-year-old boy.
Sure.
They're few and far between them. They're not easy to come by titties at that age.
Yeah.
And then you're like, the only caveat is there's going to be pervs looking at your dick. I'm just saying you could maybe see a 14-year-old be like, it's a chance.
I mean, that's more of like a nude beach situation. And I mean, like, you know, I definitely, when I was a kid, you'd go to like a beach and there'd be all these topless women, but I wasn't bottomless.
No. There's got to be a better way to do it, right?
I mean, there is. What I just said is you just go to beaches, generally go to somewhere in Europe and there's titties abound.
Frank, do I have to tap the sign again? You got to ask if you're going to take the photographs. Sorry.
Just to have a photo policy that isn't expressly no photos.
Hey, Squirt, want to play Marco Polo? Hey, want to get on my shoulders? What? Nothing. Okay, just
idea.
nothing.
No, they banned that, so.
Also, Policy, kids are $10, but being the nice guy that he is, John picked up the tab for any. John actually picked up the tab for the first 100 kids that want to come. They
That's
have
like
none
what
so far.
creepy clubs do to get chicks in. You go, oh, discount for the chicks.
They're that's literally what it is. It's clubs trying to get chicks.
Yeah, why
in.
are the kids cheaper?
Yes, but yeah. Yeah, I would say if you were like a nudist and you go, there's kids here, you'd be like, I'm not. Is it catch-22? Because they're trying to say like, I'd say it's probably half and half. There's probably half. There's like straight up pervs.
Yeah.
Because anytime, even if there wasn't pervs, when you have kids naked, you're gonna attract pervs.
Absolutely.
So maybe if it started, the first guy was a guy that like really believed like some freaky shit where he was like, listen, I believe that humans should be naked. And
Yeah, I'm like a real just
granola hippie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The minute you get a minute you start putting naked people together, you're collecting pervs now.
Yes. And then when you start advertising naked children there, you're like, okay. Well,
Yeah, guy number 2's showing up like, yeah, the government's bad, right? Like, what do hippies think? Yeah. He's got the mustache, the whole deal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's certain that if you're the type of parent who would bring your kid to that.
No, they're allowed to go unsupervised. That's the thing.
That's insane. Like, you're like, what, just dropping your kid off at the pool? Like you would for fucking swimming lessons? I'll be back in an hour?
I think so. How do the kids even find out about this place?
Yeah, exactly. The kids don't find out about it. Their parents, there's parents are telling them about it. No 14-year-old is like, you know what I really want to do is swing naked with adults.
Yeah, and you like just think if you're a grown man, you shouldn't be swimming with a naked 13-year-old girl. I think that's anyone could say that.
This is pretty odd.
Forcing your kids to be nudists is fucking the creepiest shit.
Yeah, but I was under the impression that nudist was like an adult thing. Like you go to like, the nudist colonies. Like there used to be a comedy show, remember, outside of Toronto.
Yeah, that's an adult thing.
It's an adult, and like some of the comics would go, and you do comedy nude.
I mean, bringing your kid to like a beach and like making him take his clothes off in front of everyone when he's 12, like feels like
traumatizing. Yeah. It is a traumatic experience.
Can you imagine your dad bringing you to Thumb's thing and just forces you to take your pants off in front of everyone?
You go, I don't want to. You go, we're at a nudist beach.
We're at nudist beach. Get the bird out. We're a nudist family.
I don't want to.
I don't want to, Dad.
You're embarrassing me.
You're fucking embarrassing me in front of my nudist friends.
What are you, some kind of prude?
Yeah, your dad.
Yeah.
That's
well, they're going to
great.
fuck them up one way or another, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's true.